What's up, guys? Can't decide if the lab coat is going to stay or not. You guys drop a comment down. Let me know if you like the lab coat. If you hate it, like. If you don't hate it, leave a comment. Actually, just do both either way because, we need that algorithm bonus. What the f***? So, this week, we're going back to TikTok, and the account is Libs of TikTok, which I'm assuming is liberals, which is either people making fun of liberals or liberals doing things. I'm not sure. I don't really follow too many political accounts except for All Sides because they don't have big slants on stuff. If you guys don't follow All Sides now, good account to follow if you don't want partisan crap on your feed. Anyways, let's see what this has to say. It's two ladies, and the title is 5 Facts to Fight Diet Culture. Trigger warning for me.
To fight diet culture.
The idea that we cannot govern our own bodies is rooted in European colonization. Diet culture is not rooted in health, it's rooted in power. Your body needs food.
You don't have to earn it or burn it off. The harm starts young. Children internalize fatphobia by the age of 5. Diet culture is fatphobia.
It can't be reformed, it must be abolished.
All right, so there's actually some stuff I kind of agree with here, but some of it's utter crap. So first off, the whole European colonization thing. Okay, maybe that's true. What does that have to do with diet culture and fat phobia? I'm not for fat phobia, and I'm not for fat shaming, but this argument by some people that we don't have control over our own bodies, how we are is just how we are, and we can never improve things, and all diets fail is just utter freaking nonsense. Now, do a high percentage of diets fail? Yes. Do some people develop eating disorders? Yes. But there's also quite a few people who do have success with losing weight and keeping it off. What we should be focusing on is how did they have that success, and what about that made it sustainable for them? We should be focusing on those questions. I could go into more like side stuff, but I don't want to make arguments about what I think they might be saying. I want to stick to what they're actually saying and not straw man what they're saying. Diet culture isn't rooted in health. It's rooted in power. And that statement is just there alone. Okay. So whose power? What power? It's interesting, regardless of whatever zealot group, whether it's vegans or keto people or carnivore people or anti-diet people, there's always this deep state Illuminati people who want to control you and control your body. You need to open your third eye and see. Yeah, it's always like this big grand conspiracy. So whose power? The fitness industry? I mean, okay, all right, fine, yeah, like I've even had people say, well, you make money off promoting weight loss. I wouldn't say I promote weight loss. I try to provide solutions to people whose weight loss is a goal, but I don't think everybody should be doing weight loss, and I don't think weight loss is appropriate for everybody. And if you're perfectly fine the way you are, regardless of if that's skinny, muscular, obese, whatever, good on you. If you're happy, shouldn't matter. But isn't this 5 facts to fight diet culture? So you're just making a statement. How does that help fight diet culture? I'm confused. Now the third point, body needs food. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to burn it off. I agree. Absolutely. I don't think that a healthy mindset is, ooh, I just had 5 cookies. I need to go burn that off. First off, we can't track energy expenditure during exercise very accurately, so I don't really know how much you're burning really anyway. Secondly, that's kind of a disordered mindset. I highly recommend regular exercise because it has been shown to have numerous health benefits, especially resistance training, but you should do that because you enjoy it, because of the health benefits, and because maybe your goal is to improve your cardiovascular health or build muscle mass. But don't do it because you think you need to burn off every little morsel of things you eat. Now, that being said, if you are in an energy surplus, if you're in an energy imbalance, you will add fat tissue over time. But again, if you're fine with that, there's no problem with that. However, if you don't want to do that, then you'll need to adjust your energy intake accordingly. You can do that without feeling like you need to burn off every single bite of everything you ate. The harm starts young. Children internalize fat phobia by the age of 5. I don't know if that's the case. Maybe there's some data on that. I haven't seen it. I do think it's really important to be careful how we talk to our kids about body fat, body image, and the foods they eat. I think really emphasizing healthy choices with kids without shaming them for having some junk food here and there. I think it's important to emphasize the positive choices and still allow them to have some quote unquote bad foods. You should not call them that, by the way. Allow them to have some fun foods here and there, but in a healthy balance. Now, that's easier said than done. For those of my friends out there who have kids, you know that kids can be very picky, and it's not as easy said as done, but you should not shame them, and definitely do not refer to your kids as fat. And also, one thing that really irks me is parents who refer to themselves as fat in front of their kids. If you do that, you are going to cause problems. I can almost guarantee it. If you think you're fat, keep it to yourself. Don't say it out loud in front of your kids. It's not a good idea. And it's not going to help them have a healthy relationship with food. So I wouldn't say I disagree with that statement. I just haven't seen any data on it. If anybody's got data, feel free to leave a comment. Diet culture is fatphobic. I guess we need an objective definition of what diet culture actually is. I've met several weight loss practitioners, many of whom are the biggest advocates for obese people. They don't shame them. They simply try to provide solutions if that person wants to lose weight and do so in a healthy manner. Does fat phobia exist? Absolutely. It's wrong, and you should not discriminate against somebody based on their body size. However, just blanketly saying diet culture, what is diet culture? If a term can mean anything, it means nothing. And so we have to objectively define this. So if somebody can objectively define what that is, and if you're talking about every single person who talks about fat loss or weight loss, or I've even heard people say that obesity researchers are part of diet culture and fat phobic. I am all for having empathy. I'm also not for living in fucking Fantasyland and Unicornville. We need to be able to have these discussions openly and honestly and be willing to consider data that we might not necessarily like, but guess what? Data doesn't care about your feelings. All right, guys, hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe to the channel. Guys, if you do comment on this, can we please keep it to the claims and not the appearance of the people appearing in the video? That does not help, and it only makes things worse. So if we could please limit it to the arguments being made and not the appearance, that would actually go a long way. All right, guys, catch you next week.